survive.
David, I was talking to you and you ignored me.
I wanted to find out how Patricia was going.
Why didn't you go and see her when you're in Sydney if she's that important to you? You did, didn't you? That's why you took the extra trip, to see her.
Get off my back, Beryl.
Stranger?
Sorry, didn't want to wake you up.
That's all right. I only sleep because I'm bored. I thought you were in Melbourne.
I'm back up here for a while.
It's the Sydney beaches, huh?
Something like that.
Sit down.
Can't stay for long. I heard about your accident. Thought I'd drop in and see how you are.
Nothing wrong with me that a major surgery and a few months hydrotherapy won't fix.
Sorry to hear about it.
Good chance to put my feet up.
Oh, I brought you some chocolates.
Thanks. Eating's one of the few things I can still do. So, how's Angie?
She's fine. Says to say hello.
Yeah, I bet.
Wash time, Mr. Hamilton.
Florence Nightingale again.
I better go.
Oh, there's no need for that. If you'd just like to wait outside for 5 minutes.
No, it's okay. Like I said, just a short visit.
Thanks for scaring off one of the few visitors I do have.
I'm only doing my job.
Do it somewhere else.
It's okay. Jill said she'd be by the Savo. I'll see you some other time. Hang in there, eh?
Hang in there.
I'm sorry if I spoiled your visit, Mr. Hamilton.
Yeah, I bet you are.
We're not monsters, you know.
When was the last time you looked in a mirror?
It would help if you tried to cooperate.
I might, if you do something for me.
Like what?
A bit of shopping.
Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah. Clancy eats again.
Oh, thanks. He says he's sorry for being cranky with me last night.
I reckon you ought to get some for the nurses, too. Should have seen him when I was there.
Oh, he's the same with everyone. I can understand, though. He's really nervous about that operation. None of his friends have been to see him, just me and his mum. Mr. Hamilton tried, but he doesn't want to know about him. So, if I don't go, I'll be left with just her.
Do you go every day?
It'd be different if I wasn't working night shift. I'm just not getting enough sleep.
Why keep doing it?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it must be love.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Hamilton. Afternoon. Anything else I can get you?
No, thanks.
Oh.
John was here this morning.
Yes, he said he might pop in.
Said he went back to Melbourne for good.
Changed his mind. We had a good long talk this morning. Now that he's back, I think it's only right that I try and do something to help him.
He's here for good, then?
It won't affect you. I'm going to try and help him, but that doesn't exclude you.
How will you be helping him?
There won't be another heir to the fortune, if that's what you're worried about. Anyway, you're independent now. You've got Mumbai.
Mumbai's a dud. There are no minerals on the land, or at least not enough to warrant a mining operation.
Can't you do something with it as a property?
How can I? I talked Brian into giving me 6 months to do something with the place. He wanted to sell straight away, but I said, no, I can make it pay. Fat chance now.
Does your father know that?
Of course not. And you're not telling him either.
It'd change his attitude to you.
I don't want you telling him. He wouldn't believe you at any rate.
They can never have their own children.
It's true, then. He'd be changed his mind.
I think he suddenly got a conscience. Wanted to make the place pay, and I was idiot enough to agree with it. Of course, that was before the accident. Yes, well, when he's over the worst of it, I'll sort it out with him. I gave him 6 months to get the place paying, but can't see him doing it in his condition. So.
Right. Well, thank you.
My pleasure. Oh, give him my regards when you see him.
I will.
No point in bothering him with any of it until he's on the mend.
I'll tell him not to expect you, then.
Yeah. Mrs. Hamilton? Gordon?
Wayne's word wasn't good enough.
He has lied before. Perhaps I was wrong. All right, I was wrong. I should have listened to him the day of the accident. Will you talk to him for me?
No? Why should I? You behaved like some sort of martyr when I told you about myself. You did the same to him. You're too self-righteous to listen to either of us.
Well, the way it looked.
No, I'm not saying he's perfect. I know what he meant to do initially, but I think he's learned his lesson. Maybe it's time you learned yours.
Do you like it?
What's it for?
Angela's bridesmaid's dress.
Oh.
Show Susie the sketch, love.
Suddenly I'm the fashion designer around the place. Won't be a tick.
I suppose you're put out because Lynn didn't ask you to be matron of honour.
She was my bridesmaid.
I'm not surprised.
Really?
Not after some of the things you said.
What did I say?
That they shouldn't be getting married, that they couldn't move in with you.
I'm allowed an opinion.
That was the last thing they wanted to hear.
So why ask me? They are too young.
Stop it, love. I'm tired of your constant bickering and picking at people. I have enough worries at the moment without you making things any more difficult. Just put the kettle on and make us a cup of tea. I think we could all do with it. Look who's talking about bickering. I'll mark up the material. With any luck, we can have a fitting tomorrow night.
Oh, terrific. I'll just show Susie the sketch. I'm sorry I walked in on an argument.
Wasn't an argument.
Last night your mum and dad had a really big fight.
What about?
John going to Sydney. Anyway, Beryl's a bit upset at the moment, so it might be a good idea if you didn't argue with her.
She's my mother.
That's why I'm telling you, because you know what to do.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm starting work on Angela's dress.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and the church and the reception hall are booked. And Mrs. Leake said yes to playing the organ.
Yeah, good.
So that's all organised.
Fine.
David, I'm sorry about the fuss, love.
Oh, what fuss?
Last night, Patricia. Why shouldn't you see her? I trust you, and I know you were probably only concerned about her. Angela told me about Wayne's father's reaction. So I don't blame you for being worried.
Oh, that's big of you. You're the one that's going on about it, Beryl. Just drop it, will you? What time's tea?
The usual.
All right. Got some work to do in the bank.
How about John going to Sydney, was it?
You want hostages? I'll give you hostages.
You all right, Mum? I heard the fight. Dad went and saw Patricia Hamilton.
He wouldn't have told me if I hadn't worked it out for himself.
Do you think there's anything going on?
No, I don't think so. He's changed, though, love. He doesn't seem satisfied. It's been getting worse since the day she came to dinner.
It was your idea to have her here. You wanted to check the competition, huh?
I suppose so.
Hey, he'll take it out on the truck. He'll be fine by tonight.
He said he was going out to fix it, but he's not out there, though.
He's probably gone to the pub.
Spent half the day there yesterday. Anything not to be around me.
Oh, don't be silly. I wonder what the gift will be this time. You know, he always brings you home a present when you've had an argument.
You know, when I was younger, I used to pick fights just so he would.
Sneaky devil.
Do you remember the one we had about him buying the van?
Uh-huh.
He came home with 20-pound of sausages the butcher was selling cheap because the freezer had broken down.
Always was romantic.
Got something for you. I was selling them outside the pub. I remember you saying you like roses.
Why haven't I had my breakfast yet?
You know why, Mr. Hamilton.
No, I don't know why.
You're having an operation this afternoon. There's a fasting sign on your bed head.
I can't turn around. Or haven't you noticed?
You can have something to drink if you like. Only water, of course.
I wasn't going to ask for a vodka and tonic.
Can I get you a glass of water?
No.
Let me know if you change your mind.
I don't like being treated like a 2-year-old.
Oh, poor little thing. Looks like you're not too happy. Oh, Mrs. Hamilton.
Hello, Jill.
Where have you been?
Oh, I came straight from work. But I couldn't get my car started.
What's wrong with it?
I couldn't even get the key in the lock. You know why? Because I was using the front door key. I've got to stop worrying about you.
I'll leave you two alone. We'll just be outside.
Silly about the key, eh?
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only dummy around.
Yeah, I was surprised when you called. What's made you want to buy me out?
That's my affair. Will you sell?
It depends. What's your best offer?
I'll buy your half of Mumbai for what you paid for it.
Look, I spent a lot of time and effort on that deal. Expect some sort of return for it, interest at least. After all, you've had the use of my money.
You got yourself involved in a financial speculation. You gambled and you lost. I'm offering to cut your losses. Shop around. You won't do any better.
All right. I thought you needed the money.
I do. But some things are more important than money.
I'll come and see you before the operation. He's all yours.
Jill, could we talk for a minute? Wayne's being very difficult, isn't he?
I can't blame him.
The surgeon explained it to me. It's normal behavior for someone with that kind of injury.
You don't need a surgeon to tell you that.
Apparently, it's a psychological side effect. He could be difficult for some time. He might even get worse before he gets better.
So?
He's become very dependent on you.
Yeah.
After the operation, he's going to need you a great deal. If you feel you can't cope, it would be much kinder to back out now, not in the middle of his recovery.
I don't want to back out.
Are you sure?
Yes.
He's going to be very demanding. It'll place a great strain on you.
I'm going to stick with him, Mrs. Hamilton, as long as he wants. And that's a promise.
Next in the morning news, New South Wales Labor deeper in...
I'd like you to have a look at that.
What is it?
An agreement. Brian Ingleton and I just signed it. I'm buying out his half of Mumbai.
So?
Makes you and I partners. Mother told me what your plans were before the accident. I know you told her not to, but I'm glad she did.
I
I'd like to see you have a go at making the place work.
What's the catch?
No catch. You've disappointed me a lot. But then I haven't exactly been the ideal father. I'd like us to work on the project together. Give each other another go. I would interfere. Well, not all the time. I'm trying to say I'm sorry. Well?
Guess I better get these legs working.
Everything's fine. Wayne and I are now joint owners of Mumbai. We shook hands and agreed to forget everything.
Good.
Now that I've made things up with him, what do I have to do to make them up with you?
Nothing.
What's that mean?
I'm quite happy the way things are.
What if I'm not?
I thought we sorted all this out.
Well, maybe I've changed my mind.
As far as everybody else is concerned, I'll continue to be your wife. I'll certainly support you in anything to do with Wayne or Angela or John. But as far as you and I are concerned, the arrangement is strictly formal, and I don't want it changed.
I've got business to attend to. I'll be back in time for the operation. John?
G'day, Mr. Hamilton. Look, I'm just on my way out. I've got a job interview.
Well, I'd say I'd caught you just in time then. Can I come in?
Yeah, well, I haven't got long.
After you hear what I have to say, you might want to cancel that appointment.
Come in.
Patricia and I have been having some serious discussions about your future. We'd like to help in any way we can.
That's nice of you.
It's also sensible. I need someone like you. Able, willing to work, ambitious.
Thanks.
How would you like your job at the Stud Bank?
Fantastic.
This time there'll be a bit more to it. You'll be trained in the overall management of the place.
Sounds great.
After a while, I'd like to send you to some of my other business interests. Patricia tells me you're working at a trucking depot in Melbourne.
Just loading.
I'd like to move you to my transport division. Show you the other side of the desk.
Oh, thank you. Did Patricia ask you to do all this?
It's not the only reason. If I didn't think you were a willing worker, I wouldn't ask you. Also, I'd like you to give Wayne a hand when he tries to get Mumbai going again. You'll need a lot of support.
Oh, well, we're still not what you call mates.
I think you'll find he's changed. You can only try.
Suppose so.
It's a deal, then?
It sure is.
Good on you. I'd better be getting back to the hospital, then. I'll be taking him into surgery soon.
Right. And thanks again. And wish Wayne good luck from me.
I'll do that.
All set?
What's going on?
We're taking you to theatre, Mr. Hamilton.
Good luck.
I can't go until I've seen Jill.
I'm sorry, they're ready for you early. We have to get you up there.
I've got to see her. I can't go without seeing her.
I'm sorry. Let's go.
You just want to get back at me, don't you?
Don't be silly, Mr. Hamilton.
Oh, looks like I almost missed you.
Thought you weren't coming.
As if I wouldn't.
Can we have a few seconds, please?
All right, not too long, though.
How are you feeling?
Scared. At first, I didn't care what happened. I didn't care about the operation. Now I do. I want to miss out on not seeing you again.
You'll see me again.
I want us to work. I want to be able to walk, too.
You will.
I'm sorry, we really do have to go.
Besides, you can't leave me to bring up poor little Plan C on my own, can you?
Yeah, right. Got responsibilities.
I'll see you soon.
Off we go.
Oh, I didn't kiss you.
Plenty of time for that later.
is strange, it can come and go. It can happen.
Want to know how to save money on a brand new kitchen and still splurge on the latest mod cons? Plus, how to cook up a bistro favourite and great tips for growing things in a small garden. All this and much more on an ideas-packed Better Homes and Gardens, 7:30 tonight on 7. Next, the latest 7 morning news.